Let's take a closer look at Henri Matisse's artwork, Romanian Blouse. This piece, made in 1937, is an oil-on-canvas painting measuring 28 3/4 by 23 5/8 inches. It depicts a simplified yet colorful portrait of a woman with pale pink skin wearing an embroidered blouse, sitting in front of tropical plants. You can find this piece in Gallery 228 at the Cincinnati Art Museum, a gallery showing examples of early 20th century European portraits and objects. We'll start with the foreground of this artwork. We see a woman sitting and leaning back in a comfortable position. Exact placements of objects in this composition are difficult to decipher. Matisse's use of hard-angled lines, flat colors, and patterns make this composition dynamic, but the perspective skewed. The woman's head is on the top left side of the canvas, shown looking slightly to her left at a 3/4 angle. Her skin is in shades of pale pink and patchy gray. Her simplified facial features are outlined in black, including her hair, which is shown with a single black curly Q line on the top and side of her head. She is wearing a patterned blouse which exposes her right shoulder. This white blouse has puffy sleeves with a green and black striped pattern shown just below the shoulders, and yellow and orange grid-like pattern shown below that. There are black zigzag patterns shown where the sleeves gather at the sitter's wrists. The front of the blouse has a stitch-like pattern, similar to what you might see on a baseball, in red and black. The skirt she is wearing has horizontal pale blue and white stripes with few hard outlines. Her left arm is propped up on the wooden chair behind her and dangles a string of pearls into her lap and her right fingers. In the background, behind the sitter's head, we see flat shapes of pale blue and butter yellow with large tropical leaves that appear to be from the plant Monstera deliciosa. Under her left arm, we see a honey wood-colored element that looks like a chair, and the same color is shown below her right elbow, taking the shape of what appears to be a chaired leg. At the very bottom left corner of the canvas, we see this chair leg shape interact with a bright red textured surface, which could be interpreted as a rug or floor. This piece is signed and dated Henri Matisse 37 in a light gray in the lower right hand of the canvas. Henri Matisse's Romanian Blouse is an exploration of composition, line, and form. The movement of broad, exuberant brushwork across the flat two-dimensional plane of the canvas emphasizes the energy of the composition and evokes the sitter's personality. The Art Museum's painting is one of several paintings and drawings of a single theme: female models clothed in boldly patterned Moroccan robes or embroidered Romanian blouses that Matisse made in the late 1930s and early 1940s. Textiles and exotic costumes fascinated Matisse. For him, fabrics and garments were not only individual and autonomous subjects like the people he portrayed along with them, but also examples of method. Their integration of color and pattern on a two-dimensional surface played a key role in the formation of his painterly aesthetic. Matisse was particularly drawn to the intricately embroidered peasant blouses, as he wrote to a friend, "I found a beautiful Romanian blouse of ancient design, and I'd like many more of them, for which I'd willingly exchange a fine drawing." Matisse was one of the great colorists of the 20th century. Early in his career, he experimented with using bright, saturated colors applied in an arbitrary way, creating paintings that did not pretend to describe the natural world. When a French art critic despairingly used the word fauve, or wild beast, to refer to these artworks by Matisse and his colleagues in 1905, the artist world seized fauvism as the name for the movement. Although Matisse also moved away from the fauve style, the expressive use of color remains central to his work. Check back next week for another audio description of an artwork from the Cincinnati Art Museum collection.